Hey everybody, welcome to Runestone Designs. I'm Bob, this is Matt, and you can see that we're in the middle of building a all-in-one ultimate workbench. This is based on designs of Woodshop Junkies. If you haven't checked them out, please go check them out. He's brilliant. Some of what he's done doesn't work for us, so we're going to be modifying the bench so that it works for us. This particular video is going to deal with mounting this table saw. He used a Makita, and he had it flush up against the front of the bench. We don't have a Makita, and we're not going to buy a Makita, so we're going to mount this table saw into the top, and by the end of the video, we'll show you how to do it too. So a problem that we've run into with mounting this table saw after we made sure that everything was square and marked is the pivot point for the saw blade is connected to this metal piece on the outside of this. So in order to get this to fit right and square into the top of the workbench, we're going to need to do some modifications to this saw. That went pretty well. We cut off the mount for the kickback guard. Since we're mounting it into the table, we'll have some other safety features in the table that will take care of that. Now what we need to do is make sure that we still have full function of the saw blade. Okay, now that we got the saw modified, we know that the saw works, it's time to build the platform that the saw is going to go on.
Okay, now we've completed our base for our table saw. Now we're going to put it in its spot where we need it. We're going to clamp it and mark in the center of our adjustables, slots that we made and cut out. So we have a variance to go up and down to make sure that our table saw sits level with our bench. Now that we installed our platform for our table saw to sit on, we went ahead and put this piece of paneling on. We're also going to put another paneling strip right here for complete structural support, leveling support for the table saw.
Okay, now it's time to cut this piece out and actually get the saw in the tabletop. This is kind of a problem that I haven't seen solved or explained well, and we've kind of come up with our own solution to this. What we're going to do is we're going to take a drill bit, something not too wide, not too thin, and we've marked out the exact top of the table saw. We're going to go ahead and drill holes, 3 or 4 on each side, right on the line, and I think that'll give us enough space to be able to put the table saw in. Once we have those drilled, we're going to take small screws and we're going to put screws in those holes, and on the underside we're going to cut pieces of 1x2 and butt that 1x2 up against those screws and mount them in place. Once we have that done, then we can rough cut this hole with a jigsaw and come behind it with a flush bit router and clean everything up. Thanks for joining us on that project. As you can see, we got the table saw in the top, it's perfectly level. You can see that something's missing here, and it's our table saw fence. That's going to be our next video. We're going to build a custom-made table saw fence that's going to go on the front of this, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. We're going to be coming out with more content and some giveaways, hopefully.